Welcome to Stop Wasting Your Wine, a wine review podcast where we waste our wine so you don't have to. On this episode, we review
a sparkling wine from Germany.
a sparkling wine from Germany. That sounds fun. We haven't done that before.
We haven't.
Amazing. How fun. All right. Well, listen, excited for that. Welcome back to the show, listeners. So happy to have you back here. I'm Joel, and I'm joined by two of my favorite people in the world, Colin and Arron. Welcome back,
Joel.
guys. Thanks for being here.
I like the welcome back.
See ya.
As you expect us not to be here, and then we just showed up, and
He's
you're
talking to the
appreciative.
listener, Colin. He's talking to the
Yeah.
listener. He's
No,
welcoming
he
the
just said
listener
welcome back, guys.
Oh, he did.
He was
did say
talking
that.
to
You're
us.
right. Yeah.
Well,
Can
I
we
don't know.
opt
We
out?
haven't talked for a couple days. And, just welcome back to the platform. Welcome back to seeing each other. This is nice. You know what? I take it back. Unwelcome back. I'm not happy to see you here.
You could just tell Colin and I made contact through the internet from 1,200 miles away, being like, do we call out Joel
is
that we all
this?
met yesterday?
That's
We
right.
all
That
been in
was
touch.
Oh,
that's my exact thought. My thought exactly.
henceforth, I am just going to be such an asshole at the top of this. I'm going to be
Joel
like,
here. F these guys.
yeah, be like, listener, I'm glad you're here. Unfortunately, I've got these two jerks here that I got to hang out with for the next hour. You guys do too, unless you turn off the podcast, which you do have the power to do. But listen,
Don't turn off the podcast. Don't turn off the podcast. Please listen.
hey, speaking of things that we should not do or should do on these recordings too, we're doing a sparkling wine. Can we just agree right now? We're not going to do this whole, we've done this bit before, and we're always like, oh, we're doing a sparkling wine. Somebody must have had a baby. We
Yeah,
can
for
do a show about a sparkling wine when nobody's had a baby.
It's old.
know.
It's tired. We just don't.
It's tired.
I think we need to move on. I think we
I
need
I totally
Guys-
agree. We're a mature podcast. Yeah.
That's right.
I
That's right.
agree 100%. 100%.
Okay.
I just have one small change.
Sure. Okay.
Listening?
Instead of not joking about someone having a baby,
Sure.
why don't we celebrate the fact that we had a baby?
Whoa.
Yes. Yes, this is a celebratory episode.
Congratulations.
This is
is-
fitting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lily Ann Rose Kaleli joined us
Oh
3
my
weeks
gosh.
early. She's here.
Man.
She's partying, and so
Wow.
we're gonna celebrate with some sparkling wine.
Cheers to that, good man.
Amazing.
The fact that you hit the reset button on that kid game is wild.
Sleep is for
Good
the
for
weak.
you.
I don't remember my other kids pooping as much as this child has pooped, but that's probably just
You
I
blocked it
blacked
out.
that memory. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
so
Yes.
much poop. So
They say you do that. Like your brain will actually do that to continue the human race. I think it's more for women.
that makes
But
sense.
like your brain will automatically be like, oh, those first couple of months, I'm sorry, I know you're in it, but where shit was crazy, we're gonna block that out. After
and
like
all
the
my-
kid gets really cool, it's like we're gonna make you forget all that. Eraser.
Yes, and all my
Nice.
complaints are minimum. My wife is a trooper; she's crushing it.
Yeah.
Oh,
she's
for
doing
sure.
the bulk of the heavy lifting right now.
Yeah.
And she's cool with me recording right now. So we're gonna end promptly tonight,
That is
so
a
that I can
gift.
support with sleeping and all that fun stuff later.
Cheers to
Amazing.
her. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Arron, for letting you come on and record
Yeah.
tonight. That's
And have some
much
bubbles.
appreciated. And we have some
for
bubbles.
sure.
Cheers.
A cheers to you, and a huge double cheers,
Cheers, gang.
to the wife, and a huge congrats. Obviously, we're so excited for you, and excited to do a celebration, have some bubbles with you on this one to celebrate the amazing news and the arrival of your new bundle of absolute joy. So let's do it.
Three kids.
Three kids. Good luck. Good luck. Speaking of kids, let's tell the kids at home what we're drinking. I know we said we're drinking a sparkling wine from Germany in celebration. Arron, this is your celebratory wine. You chose this one. Can you tell everybody a little bit more about the sparkling wine that we're drinking?
All right, guys. Today we are drinking a sparkling wine from Germany. Now, in German, there's a special name for sparkling wine. Prosecco is sparkling wine in Italy. Obviously, champagne, sparkling wine from the region of Champagne. Sparkling wine in Germany is Sekt. Which to me is just
Very
like
German.
perfect, very German, perfect. It's harsh, it's short, it's great. So Sekt.
It's efficient.
It's efficient. It's an efficient sparkling wine. And this is from the producer Ulrich Langguth, which is really cool. It's a 200-year-old estate in Germany. Ooh. A lot of really awesome stuff about it. They grow their vines on like a 12-degree to whatever degree slopes. It's like these wild vineyards up these crazy hills on the Mosel River. They're in the Mosel wine region. Cool. This is a Riesling sparkling wine. So,
nice.
Germans doing German stuff. It's 12% alcohol, and we got this for $18.
$18. That is the most German representation of a sparkling wine I think you could find. So well done. By the way, what was it about this one that, with all these options, with, the Prosecco, the Cava, the Champagne, what brought you to Germany? What brought you to this Sekt?
Well, like we've joked about Sekt in past episodes. Like folks who have listened to the show for a while know that we've repeatedly joked about trying Sekt. And when, Lillian popped into this world, I figured it was a great time for another sparkling wine episode. We've already done Prosecco. We've done Champagne. We've done Cremant. We've done all these things. And I found out my wife, Arron, is part German. So,
lovely.
We have a slightly themed,
nice
sparkling wine in celebration of our 1/10 German baby. So
nice. I'm also part German, so there we go.
There you go.
This little bit of my heritage as well.
I am as well, just to complete the trifecta. I would just also like to call out that Arron gave you a baby, and you're giving her a shout out on the podcast. I think you've nearly made up for it.
I have nothing else. I have nothing else to give. I can give my love and support, and she will get some of this Sekt later.
That's nice. Okay, that's actually pretty good. That's a good deal. Good deal.
Watch it there, big guy.
Yep.
Watch it there.
I'm just saying the words.
If you can't see his face,
try this.
There's a little double entendre there.
Yes, we will move it forward. Don't worry. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's try this. Let's start talking about it because I am excited. You're right. We've talked about this a lot, and that's something we've never tried. So let's get into it.
Tastes like wine.
Joel, I see you've insisted upon your coupe again. Good job. Good.
I did.
Luck swirling your coupe.
You know what? Good luck looking this cool. Actually, it's not.
I appreciate that he has a thing and he's stuck to it regardless of the information that we give him.
Ferociously.
He's going to be drinking sparkling wine at that coupe till the day he dies, and I love that about Joel.
We're going to bury you with that coupe.
I hope so. That would be great. Yes, please.
Just
thank you.
Tucked into your hands.
Yes. No, listen, I understand why you wouldn't do it, but I just love me a coupe, so I'm going to do it. You guys
Careful.
getting?
Love that about you.
I'll go to you in honor of this being your show there, Arron. I'll give you first dibs on what you're smelling.
Ooh, really, really light stuff. I don't know. I think it's interesting that it's Riesling because I'm not getting a lot of the Riesling petrol tennis ball-y kind of sense that Colin has taught me about in the past. It's very, very light, maybe a little bit of citrus on the nose, but not a lot happening, at least for me, on the nose. Colin?
Yeah, I'm getting some green apple. I think I'm definitely getting some florality here. Joel, I know you love the term honeysuckle.
Don't take that away from Joel. Don't take it away from him.
Are you taking that?
Don't do it.
I had that
Listen,
one locked and loaded, baby.
I'm just throwing it out there. If you want to verify, I'm going to leave that up to you because I know you are the honeysuckle expert, but I'm just throwing it out there. Yes.
Man, I'm known for the lamest things on this show.
I can just only hope
the guy that likes the coops and honeysuckle. Cool.
I hope it's briny too.
No, it doesn't smell briny.
That would be my ideal thing to drink, though. You're right. I agree with you guys. I think, limey, little, I like the citrus call, definitely. I think specifically lime. And yes, I do second the honeysuckle.
I want to say it's creeping kind of into the peach realm. It's definitely not very peachy, but it kind of gets there eventually.
But it's all very light. No matter what you pull out, it is all.
I would agree with that
light.
for sure.
I'm not going to lie to you. I did dip my nose into this accidentally, trying to get closer to get a good sniff.
That's a coupe problem, sir.
Yeah, that's a coupe strikes right there. Yeah.
I really asked for it. All right, let's drink this thing. All right, Aaron, I'll go back to you again.
I mean, I think one thing that just kind of immediately hits me is like, this is not as light feeling as I would expect. You know, it has a little bit of body to it, which is kind of cool. A little bit of body, definitely getting that green apple that Colin called out on there. Yeah, green apple, a little bit of citrus. I don't know. What would you say, Colin?
Yeah, no, I agree. And I think that body comes from, there's some sugar in here, some residual sugar. There's no doubt about that. I mean, it says on the back of the bottle it's medium dry. So I think that adds to that body. But this might have also seen some lees aging. I don't know. It's not terribly bready. It's definitely not something we called out. And I wouldn't put it in the bready category by any stretch of the imagination. But I think that might have a little bit of something to do with how it's made. Spoiler alert for the learning segment. Yeah. But yeah. And then I think flavor-wise, we kind of nailed it. It's, lime, a little bit of Joel, you said lime. I really like apple. A little bit of peach, but again, it's just a mild through line on the back end. There's really not too much. Pretty simple.
Yeah. And the only thing I will call out is definitely, I think, truly the honeysuckle and even like the honey aspect.
Yeah.
Coming through a little bit more, not only on the flavor profile, but also on the texture. Like it's a very, we talked about how there's definitely some sweetness in here, definitely some sugar. Like it's a very smooth, experience drinking this. There's not much acidity in there, or if it is, it's hidden behind a layer of sweetness. So it lingers. It lingers a little bit.
Yeah, that's really interesting, and I'm glad you brought that up because that's one thing I noticed too. I'm dying for a little bit more acid, which is interesting because Riesling is usually super acidic, but it's definitely missing a little bit of that in here. And it's almost, the sweetness is very noticeable, almost cloying. Like you can really feel it on your tongue, and like saliva is kind of getting trapped in my mouth by the sugar. It's really dying for a little bit of that acidity. That's a great call.
For sure. Something to cut through. Yep.
Cool.
Okay. Well, listen, let's keep thinking about that a little bit. I like everything we called out here. Talk about that. And I know that, Colin, you mentioned there is a little bit of a learning segment coming up that may shed a little bit more light even on the experience we're having here. So I would love for you to teach us a little something.
This is the only thing you will learn.
Yes, indeed. Well, I hope to be able to shed some light onto what we're drinking this evening. I got a handful of facts about Sekt. So an interesting fact about Sekt, a lot of the Sekt production is actually made from imported grapes. This wine, however, seems to be made from grapes from Germany, but there's a lot of Sekt being made. It's very popular over in Germany, and they bring grapes in because growing grapes in Germany is very expensive. Aaron, you mentioned the slope of these hills. That makes viticulture
Crazy
very
slopes.
expensive. Yeah, you can't automate any of that process. It all has to be by hand. So there's a lot more that goes into growing grapes in Germany. It can be relatively expensive to places like France or, even Italy. And they also do it because, as I mentioned, it's very popular. And that leads me to my next fact. Germany, per capita, drinks the most amount of sparkling wine in the world, which is wild. So they're
Most
just
amount of
drinking
sparkling wine across
In the
all
world?
regions in the
per
world.
capita.
Wow.
Including Champagne?
Yeah, including France. They love their sparkling wine in Germany, which is unbelievable. But
I
part of
don't
the
believe you.
reason
It's unbelievable. I can't believe that.
Germans love sparkling wine. I don't know. That's not too terribly hard to believe. So, that ties back into the fact that they're bringing
They
grapes
beat
in.
the French at one more thing. Sorry, go on.
Oh, no.
Apologies to the French listeners here. Somewhat.
We don't have time for a World War II rant, Aaron. That's another podcast.
Catch me on my other podcast.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, boy.
That's right. Not today.
Pedantic details.
Yeah. So
Pedantic details with Aaron Kalila.
So Sekt in the sparkling wine world is actually more akin to Prosecco, as most Sekt is made in the tank method. The traditional method, which is where we see champagne, is where the secondary fermentation happens in the bottle, whereas Prosecco and most of Sekt, secondary fermentation happens in a big steel tank. So Usually with Sekt, you won't see the tiny bubbles. They're going to be a little bit bigger because of the tank method. It also gives some more of those fruity flavors, and you're not going to see as much of that lees aging and that bready flavor because you're just not seeing the contact with those dead yeast cells. So something to keep in mind as you're drinking Sekt. They do make some traditional method Sekt. I'm going to try to say the German word.
Klassische Flaschengärung.
Is the term? I don't know.
Nailed
That's
it.
probably so. Yeah, I'm going to go with nailed it.
right to me.
So if you're looking for traditional method Sekt, that's the phrase you're looking for, and I'll be sure to put that in the show notes because I'm sure you wouldn't be able to understand what that is just by listening. Sekt is primarily made of German grapes, even if the grapes aren't grown in Germany. You're looking at Riesling, Pinot Blanc, and you usually find with Sekt, you're looking at fruits of green apple. I think we called in this wine pear, citrus, and then they can get a little bit of peachy. Again, you can find some Sekt with some of that bready notes if it's made in the traditional method. A lot of, Joel, you nailed it. Literally one of the notes is honeysuckle. So, I mean, if you're a honeysuckle lover, Sekt is for you. It's usually going to have more acidity than I would think this wine has, just based on the grapes that it's being made with. I'm actually, again, shocked at the lack of acidity in this one. And then Sekt can also have a little bit of a mineral edge depending upon the grapes and where it's made. And that is what to look for when drinking Sekt.
Klassische Flaschengärung.
That sounded super believable.
That's it.
Much
I'm gonna do it one
better
more time.
than what
Ready?
I did.
Klassische Flaschengärung.
Listen, I believe you.
You should just literally take his
Research
voice
department.
and drop it over you when you're trying to say it in the audio, which would be great.
That would be really funny.
In fact, listener, go back into the audio right now, jump back, and you'll see that it's Joel's voice, not Colin's, at the pronunciation. The magic of editing.
Hey, you're right. I just went back. Shoot.
And Colin, that was super cool. And I did some Googling because I'm very curious because it seems like this producer, and I'm super stoked because this is an interesting wine off the bat, and I'm seeing that this is from like their lowest tier that they do. The 12 degree is like their starter entry, and probably what you can get the most in the States. They have 2 other tiers above that are like their higher quality wines that I'd be super excited to try. It looks like they do a traditional method Sekt.
Out of curiosity, what do you know the names of the higher tier ones?
I mean, so they do this whole degree thing because, again, listener, you should go on their website. It's Weingut-Langguth. It's and they have these crazy videos of these super steep slopes, and they got the little person trains that the hand pickers use to go up and down the slopes. And so they have the 12 degree, which is like the bottom tier, 36 degree, 50 degree. And those are the the categories. Yeah.
The reason I asked too is because I was wondering, the higher slope makes their more premium wine.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And it's all hand picked, so it's like very selective. I'm like going down a rabbit hole with these folks, and it's super cool. I'm definitely going to reach out to them and see if we can get a word because it just seems really neat.
Yeah. It seems like just a lot of cool things going on in the vinification process for this wine that
man,
I would love to learn a little bit more about.
Look at you.
Well, especially considering that,
you.
Like you mentioned, Colin, not, there's so much importing of grapes happening in Germany. And I guess, like, why wouldn't you when you can just, stick them on a train and bring it in from France and Italy? Like, you're so close to everything. But so just, interesting that, this group, this producer said, no, we're going to grow them here. We're going to grow them in these crazy conditions. Would love to know why. So that's, like what drove them to do this? What were they looking for, sort of a thing. So that would be really cool. I hope you do reach out, and I hope they chat with us.
Yeah.
relatively cheap too.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And I think you have to imagine if this is costing us $18 here, if you're getting this Europe side, it's probably even cheaper.
Awesome. I love that. I also love when you boil it down to 5 things that we need to know, because my brain can handle 5 things. I love that. As we were going through that too, I was kind of thinking, relating it to this wine, a couple of things that I think, align with what we're experiencing here and some that don't. So looking forward to talking about that a little bit more too when we get into our reviews. Before we do that, I think we're right there, but anybody want to call anything else out on this Ulrich Langguth 12-degree sparkling Riesling Sekt before we get into our reviews?
I want to emphasize that the balance is really good. I think that just when you look at the structure of it, like acidity is really nice. It's not punch in the face acidity. It's definitely a little bit less than I think some super dry sparklings that we've done in the past, but that's balanced out with like a more medium body. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's also light alcohol. It's 12%, like a lot of sparkling wines, but you can sip away at this and feel pretty good about yourself.
Yeah, I might disagree with you on the balance. I think it needs
go
more.
for it.
I think it needs more acid. There's just too much sugar in this wine and not enough acid. So it's you really just get sugar, right? There's nothing there. It's like, think back to the ice wine. That had a ton of sugar, but it also had a ton of acid, like face peeling acid. So you couldn't really tell there was, that wine was like, 30% sugar or whatever it was. This, you can tell there's sugar, and it's heavy on the palate.
Okay, well, fine.
Are we doing a review or talking about the
No, we're talking about the wine. We're talking about the wine. I might have thrown in a little bit of opinion there at the end.
We're gonna fuzz.
I'm just saying. So what I'm hearing is no real notes, anything new to identify, and everybody wants to roll into the review. So let's go ahead and do it.
Yeah, but did they like it? It's time for the review.
All right. Again, since this is your show, Arron, and your pick, I'm going to let you go last. Colin, I'm going to go to you first.
All right, so I'm really on the fence with this one, in between backup wine and casual sipper. Like I just alluded to, there's just not enough acid in this wine for it to be enjoyable for me. Some people might like this level of sweetness, and I don't think there's anything wrong with the flavors of the wine or anything like that, but it doesn't have the acid to hold up to the sugar, so it's not very well balanced, and that's a huge component for me as I'm rating a wine. That being said, I mean, I think it's tasty enough to put it into the casual sipper category because there's really nothing terribly offensive about the flavors. I actually really enjoy the flavors. It's nice and light. I like the floral aspect. The green fruits we pointed out are really nice, a little bit of peachiness. So I think because the flavors kind of save it here, the structure isn't necessarily what I'm looking for in a wine, but I could see somebody enjoying this. So I think for that reason, it's going in the casual sipper category.
I'm very torn right now. What do I have in my wine fridge? I'm joking.
Hey,
No shot.
wouldn't that be just a scandal on this show?
It's funny because I too was on the fence. But to be honest with you, I was on the fence between a must-share and a casual sipper. I think I'm going to agree with you and go to the casual sipper realm. The reason I was conflicted is because, like you said, I mean, this is, the flavors are good. And though there are things that I would like to have in there, namely a little bit more acidity, something to cut through, what's going on is kind of nice. The thing that was the deciding factor in knocking it down into the casual sipper category, the last kind of lingering flavor that I'm getting is very much just like a Sprite. You know what I mean? Like it's limey, it's sweet.
Sweet. Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. It's just not doing one thing there that would lift it into the must-share category for me. Now, having said
totally
that,
agree.
It's a well-made wine. Like it's definitely something, like you said, I could see a lot of people really loving this. I'm excited about this producer. I'm excited about trying their higher level that you were talking about, Arron. I think there might be some really interesting, cool things going on there, and I'm really interested in just how they do what they do. But for this wine specifically, I'm officially putting it in the casual drinker category, which isn't a bad place to be. Arron, what do you think?
No, not at all. Because I think Colin had me a little bit worried when he was leaning towards the backup wine category. Because the backup wine category, we kind of talked about is like ugh, if you have to. Like, it's not that great, but it's like, this is good. Like, this is a good tasting wine. There are aspects of it that we wish were a little bit better, but the flavor itself is good. So I'm glad you both kind of lean towards the casual sipper, because I think that's fair. I think I'm going to pull a Joel and kind of straddle between casual sipper and must share, because I think there's valuable pieces in both area. I think from a pure quality standpoint, you're 100% right. It's a casual shipper. It's a casual sipper. It's fine.
I'm gonna.
Colin's a casual shipper. You do
I
a lot
am
of
a
shipping,
casual
right?
shipper. I am. I'm
You know,
literally
guys-
a casual
guys could
shipper.
just
My
let it
job
go
is
and
casual
just-
shipping.
From an absolute quality and technical standard, it's a casual sipper. And I think probably the producer would agree, because this is in their lower tier.
Right.
They have a higher quality version.
Yeah.
I bet that higher quality Sekt kicks ass. Like, I would love to try that, because I think that one runs about 3 times the cost of this one, and this one is pretty inexpensive, especially over there. So in that sense, I agree. On the other side, I would say, like, in that $18 sparkling wine range when you go to the store, I think this is pretty solid for $18. So I would say, like, if you wanted to grab something that's pretty tasty, that's a good story, that is, you know, interesting and something that folks haven't tried before, I would say that it's an interesting grab. And that's and that is something I don't think it's going to offend anyone. And it, like you said, it's a kind of a style thing that's kind of pushing it in one direction. I think there's a lot of people who would love the sweetness of this. So I think if you are more inclined to like a little bit sweeter and don't love the acidity, like, you might really dig this, and it's worth a try. And it's from a region that you wouldn't expect. It's Riesling.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying I'm straddling too. But I agree with you guys completely that from a technical standpoint, I think casual sipper's right. And I would totally buy this again. I would. And I would share with people and be like, this is kind of cool. This is Sekt.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you, and it's the reason that I feel good about putting it in the casual sipper category, but also 100% saying this is not a waste of your wine. Like, there's not a part of me that
totally.
would think that this is, or thought at any point, because it is a quality wine that's very enjoyable, and at $18, it's like, sweet. Yeah, let's go. Nothing wrong.
And if you like Prosecco, you'd love this wine. Like, this
totally.
is the
$18
version of
Prosecco that we did, that we all kind of were cool with. I think we all said it was a must share.
It was a must share. Yeah.
Because it matched what we wanted out of a Prosecco, right? Like, it made sense.
Well, I think it exceeded my expectations.
Wild.
Sure.
100%.
And that's what made it that. And it was
We got to try some more
full
Sekt so that we
balance.
have expectations. I had no expectations
Agreed.
for Sekt. Because
No, 100%.
I've never had it before.
Yeah.
But no, overall, I think this was a great first shot at it.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Okay, I think we all agreed. Total not a waste of your wine.
No.
Absolutely go try this. Cool introduction to Sekt, and, $18. Like, yeah, absolutely.
And check out their website. It's really cool.
All right, listen, before we officially put a bow on this thing, you guys want to play a quick game?
Oh, yeah, we're going to play a quick game. We're going to play a real quick game. It's my favorite game, because you can't not play Spellmolier when you're talking about German wine.
Oh, God. This is going to be
with-
impossible.
You want to play Spellmolier with the reigning Spellmolier champion, Colin? That sounds great.
My
Boom.
God. He wins
Oh,
one.
wow.
He wins one.
The confidence.
Maybe the greatest Spellmolier player ever. I don't know.
Probably.
I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out.
I like how it's emboldened you. You get a taste of victory, and now you're like, this is my world.
Yeah, guys, right. I gotta be honest with you. I'm really excited for this, and I tried to make it attainable for you. I definitely did some searching, and the drop off of, like, maybe they'll get it to, oh God, they're not gonna get it. German wine words. It's pretty, like 3-syllable words to 17-syllable words happens real fast. Yikes. So I think I got four words that I think you guys can get, and I got a tiebreaker if needed. So, folks, if you're joining us for the first time, Spellmolier is my favorite game. It's when I ask Colin and Joel to spell wine words. They get a point if they can spell it right. They get a second point if they can define it. They will ping pong back and forth until someone spells it right. So someone gets the point. And we'll try to keep it moving. Okay, are you ready? Let's find out. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10, Joel.
8.
No. Colin.
3,
No.
5.
No.
7.
Yes. Colin, you get to go
Hey.
first. Well done. Your word
Oh boy.
is Weingut.
Okay. Weingut. Weingu. Maybe with an umlaut. I don't know if that counts. T.
That's correct. Let's in the future refrain from guessing at umlauts. I won't hold the umlaut over
I
your
actually
head.
was impressed. I was impressed. by that.
Oh,
Was he
come on,
right?
You stepped on my joke. No umlaut. No umlaut there.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
It would be Weingut if it was umlaut.
Oh, okay. See, I figured all German words have umlauts, so
I mean,
that's
you can
on
chuck
me.
an umlaut every now and then. You're going to be right probably 50% of the time. No
Yeah,
umlaut
for
there. Weingut, that was correct. For that bonus point, do you know what Weingut means?
You know, I should. I know I've heard the term before, but I can't come up with a definition off the top of my head.
Can I steal the
Go for the
extra
steal,
point?
Joel.
Is it good wine?
Is not. Let's not
Okay.
try. Weingut is just the winery.
Oh,
Oh, of course. Yeah, a winery. Sure.
It's a winery or a wine
Gosh.
estate is Weingut. All right, Colin starts off with 1
knew
point.
that.
It's exciting. Let's keep it moving.
I'm so nervous.
Joel,
Yep.
your word is Spotlies.
Can you say it again, please?
I should have told the listener too. Part of this game is I can't pronounce anything for
Yeah.
anything. So
yeah.
they just
So
have
also,
to go with
Colin
what
and I
say.
are deciphering as we
Yeah.
go. So there's that
Which,
element that you guys
To
don't
be
know about.
clear, is sometimes helpful
Yeah, that's
because
true.
I will
That's
I will
true.
That is
pronounce it
true.
the way it
Very
looks,
true.
and Colin's like, "You dummy, that's not how that's said." But it's,
I will agree. There's 7 silent letters in that word. Yeah.
and I will say them all. All right, here we go. The word is Spotlies.
Spotlies. Spatlis. Spotlies.
Joel, that's incorrect. Colin, your word is Spotlies.
You said it differently right there.
Spotlace. Spatlasse. Spotlace.
No. Joel, Spotlies.
Spata.
No. Colin,
Okay.
Spotlies.
Spatleesse.
No. Joel, Spotlies.
Spatles.
That's correct. That's correct. That is correct. Good job. Anyone want to guess where the umlaut is?
No.
Over the A. Good.
Okay.
You get no points for that, but next question. Does anyone want to guess what that means?
Oh, well, I get first shot.
You get first shot. Sorry, Joel.
Spotlies.
Spotlies. No way. No way.
I believe this is a buttered noodle made from egg and flour.
You could have started with the word wine. You could have guessed
That
with
is-
wine. So,
Oh.
Spotlies is.
Hold on. I have a
Colin-
guess.
oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Colin?
Yeah. No, Spotlace refers to the must weight of, so the amount of sugar in the must on the German, I forget what the scale's called, but it's basically a measure of sugar in the grape must is what it is.
It's so they fully ripen and develop higher sugar levels. Colin, you are 100% right. Well done. Gets a point there.
I'm impressed. Who
yeah.
can I add? Do we get a point for like the funnier attempt though? Because I feel
No, you
like
lose a
if
point.
we
You
did
lose
that,
a point.
well, you can't start making that rule in the middle of the game.
You're
I
right. Nor can I
object.
give you points. Okay, let's continue.
That's fair. That's fair. Moving on.
Okay. Colin, back to you. Colin, you were winning 2-1.
Wait, what's the score? 2-1. Okay.
2-1. Colin, the reigning
here we go.
Spellmolier champ.
That's right. I'm here, baby. Let's go.
Colin, your word is Eiswein.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
last time you guys said, "Oh, come on," it took you 25 minutes to get the word, and then you didn't get
That's
the word.
fair.
Eiswein. Icewein. Eiswein.
No, this is German, not English. Incorrect. Joel.
EISW.
Oh, sure.
Eiswein.
Eiswein, that is correct. Well done.
Yeah.
I would see. I'm so bad at spelling. I would have never gotten there.
Oh,
So I'm
nice.
glad Joel got the point.
Yeah, and I mean, you went straight English on it. All right, so that ties it up to 2. Joel, do you have a definition?
Yeah, it's the wine where the grapes have been frozen over. We tried this a couple weeks back. It results in an incredibly low yield from
The answer was ice wine.
harvesting,
You could just said
and
ice wine.
also
It's
very
wine.
sweet product. So
Very
could
well
just
done,
say,
Joel.
you should say ice wine. It's the word is the word. It's just the word.
I'm
Well
just
done.
so nervous. I want to over-explain to get these
No,
points.
you nailed
I'm on
it.
the edge
You
of my seat.
literally nailed it.
No, well done. I mean, to listener at home, if you didn't listen to our ice wine episode, you should go back listen to it because it was super interesting. And Joel just really hit it home. So Joel is now stolen the lead, 3-2, and now Joel, your word is cabinet.
Cabinet. K-A-B-A.
No,
And-
Colin.
Kabinette. Cabinet.
No, Joel.
K-A-B-I-N-E-T. Cabinet.
No, Colin.
Kabinett. Cabinet.
Correct. Colin, you guys are just dancing around those T's with all sorts of interesting ideas. Yes, Colin, would you like to go with the definition? It is now tied 3-3.
Yeah, let's see. Cabinet wine is part of the. This is. Give me a sec. I should know this.
There's a timer on, right?
Cabinet is part of the quality system. Actually, it's this.
Oh, you started going down. It's like
Yeah, no.
Jenga. You can't stick your
No,
finger
that's
in the
fine.
hole and then pull it back.
That's fine. I don't remember exactly what cabinet is, so I'm gonna have to pass.
Oof. All right, Joel, you got an idea?
Now, are you looking for a description of what a cabinet wine is, or the translation of cabinet?
Well,
No, it can't just be the translation. I could have said that.
With this guy, I don't know.
No,
when
it's a
I-
cabinet. Cabinet.
yeah.
It means cabinet. So I'm gonna take that away right now. It means cabinet.
What were you looking for, Aaron? You were looking for the translation.
when I pick up a bottle of wine, this is cabinet. What is that telling me about the wine?
It's not that. It's not cabinet. That's not what it's telling me.
It's not put this wine in your cabinet. That's like it's not
No,
it.
it's not. No, it's not.
So Joel, do you know what cabinet means? I'm gonna say you don't.
It's telling you that it has been aged a certain amount of time.
It's like
No.
basic wine. It's like cabinet wine. Something is younger, I believe, might be the. I forget the exact definition. Doesn't matter. Tell us, Aaron.
Neither of us got it. Go, Aaron.
All right. So cabinet is related to the word spot lease in the sense that spot lease grapes are grapes that are harvested late in the season so that they are sweeter and overly ripe. Cabinet are harvested right on time so that they are,
Yes.
at peak
Yes, yes,
time.
yes.
All right. So when you
For
talk
sure.
about, when you see that on German wine, we're looking at when they were harvested and the impact that has on the grapes. So with that being said, this is the best possible situation, gentlemen, because you both have 3 points, which means we get to go to the slightly harder tiebreaker. So let's see. That was cabinet. All right. So Colin, this is back to you.
You
The
guys want
word.
to see somebody choke under pressure? Let's hear it.
Yes.
The word is Schwarzriesling.
No shot.
Schwarzriesling.
Schwartz Riesling. SCHWARZRIESLING. Schwartz Riesling.
Can you say that again?
Wrong.
No, say it again.
Oh, no fucking way I have to do it again.
Yeah. I mean, we can
okay.
check the tape, but I'm pretty sure you got it.
Yeah, can you say the word?
Schwarzriesling.
Okay, Schwartz Riesling. SCHWARZRIESLING. Schwartz Riesling.
That's what he said last time, right, Joel?
That is what he said last time. Yeah.
That is correct. There is no T in there, Joel, which is what you were
was a
going to
T.
say. There's no T.
I thought there was a T.
There's no T. There's no T.
Yep.
There's no T.
Boom.
I could read your mind. I knew it. Colin, well done, sir.
that
Schwartz
back-to-back?
Riesling. Well, hold on.
Back-to-back Spellmolier champion?
Hold on. Colin, do you know what Schwartz Riesling is?
No idea. Neither does Joel. So let's just wrap it up and move on.
Schwartz Riesling. I do know what it is.
If you know this, you can have the 2 points, and we could just call it a day.
Great. You heard that here, right? So when I tell you what it is, I
I wish you didn't say that. I wish you wasn't making up rules on the spot.
He's stalling because he doesn't know.
He's stalling because he's Googling.
He better not be.
He would
Better
never.
not.
He would never. He would never. He's a man of honor.
Schwartz Riesling is like a top tier level of Riesling.
No, that's completely
right?
wrong. That's completely wrong. no.
Okay.
You totally.
For the listener at home, Aaron looked like Joel just got it, but he did not. That was really good.
That was really good.
Really
You
good.
sold it. What? All right, what is it?
It's a red grape variety. It's a Pinot mutation.
Okay.
Okay.
I would have never.
So a red grape Riesling. Kind of cool.
Okay, so it's right. Two back to back.
Hey,
Spellmolier
back to
champion.
back. Colin loves this game. Colin
The
loves
greatest ever.
Spellmolier. It's a great
Maybe
game.
I'm not saying it, but that's what other people are saying.
Everyone
Nobody's
says.
saying it.
Everyone
Everybody's
says.
talking about
Everybody's saying
this.
it. Listen,
Everyone
people are
says.
talking.
Well done.
I
Congratulations,
talked to
Colin.
everybody. Nobody says that that's the case.
In case anyone's wondering,
all right.
German is Colin's love language.
Yeah, I guess so. Nailed it.
All right. Well done.
I hate this game.
The best game ever? Maybe? I don't know.
This game's dumb anyway. No, congratulations.
Thank you, Joel.
I'm very proud of you.
I
I'm
appreciate that.
very angry internally, but I'm
Wow.
also very excited for you. No, but I can push that aside. I'm very happy for you. Well done. Back to back. Spellmolier champion. I'm coming for you in the next one.
Bring it, baby.
Wow.
But it's very well done. Very exciting. Listen, guys, I think we've done enough here. This has been really fun.
Think so.
I have to go back. I have to say one more time, obviously, we're so excited for you and the whole family, Aaron. Congratulations to you and everybody. Can't wait to get
Cheers.
up there and meet the new edition, and just
Come on
super
out.
excited for you guys. So yes, and thanks for celebrating with us and with the Stop Wasting Your Wine community. Super fun. On top of that, we found a not waste of your wine, a very I think enjoyable introduction to Sekt if you haven't experienced it yourselves. Definitely go and try this. We think you'll enjoy it. And if you are unfamiliar with Sekt, we think this will be a nice little intro and maybe a gateway into a whole world of wine you didn't know that existed. So come join us. And also, if you have a Sekt that you think we should check out, or maybe if you've
seriously.
tried the
Yeah.
higher quality from Ulrich Langguth and you want to share
All the
with
sect
us.
heads out there.
Yeah, totally. A little bit about that. Please do. And Aaron, how can people reach out and hang out with us?
There's so many ways. We're so excited because we have, I don't even think I told you guys this yet. We have 3 new folks who are coming on the show in the next few months to talk to us about
Wow.
all sorts.
No,
That's too
shit.
many.
I've been a busy beaver in the last 12 hours, guys. As well as some 3 other friends who've been on the show before who are coming back. So we just have
Whoa,
a
return
busy time here.
guests.
Yeah, I mean, just it's so much fun to talk about wine.
Wow.
So if you are out, if you're someone that wants to interact with the show, or you have a recommendation, you want to be on the show, you just want to share something with us, stopwastingyourwine@gmail.com. Me up on Instagram at Stop Wasting Your Wine. That's where we connect with most people. Check out our website, stopwastingyourwine.com. Check us out on YouTube. We are the only Stop Wasting Your Wine channel. If you Google Stop Wasting Your Wine, it's our dumb faces. So we are all over the place. Check us out. We would love to connect with you.
We would indeed. Awesome. Thanks for running through that. Listen, congrats again to you, Aaron, on the new baby. Congrats to you, Colin, on a second Spellmolier championship. Congrats to the listener for hanging out with us and hopefully enjoying another great episode of Stop Wasting Your Wine. We hope to
And
see you guys
congrats
back
to you,
again.
Joel, for all of those
Yeah?
clean segues. Clean
you.
segues. Well done.
Oh, my God. Whoa.
Birthing segues left and right.
Guys, I'm not going to lie. I needed that. Thank you. appreciate that. And appreciate you, listener. Thanks for coming out. We'll see you next week. And remember, stop wasting your wine.
Bye, all.
Bye.